I want to talk a moment about the difference between marijuana and alcohol as far as side effects goes. Now, marijuana doesn't give you a hangover like alcohol does. Some people who drink wake up so sick. It's terrible. They puke, they have huge headaches for most of the day. Um, they've even attempted to make remedies to help with the side effects of getting up after having a night of drinking. Marijuana is nothing like that. When I smoke marijuana, I don't get mad and angry and want to fight like people who drink do. I don't try to cuss people out or do any of that like people who drink do. They lose control of their emotions. Usually, when you have somebody who drinks, what they say when they're drunk is what they think when they're sober. They just don't have the courage to say it. That's why they call it liquid courage. With the marijuana, you're courageous all the time, and it makes you want to tell the truth in a way that's beneficial to you and the person that you have to tell the truth to, so that you're not hurting people's feelings in a nasty attitude type of way. Alcohol causes domestic violence. It makes people lash out at each other. It causes people to have automobile accidents. And it does so much more to your body. It also causes cirrhosis of the liver, along with many, many other medical conditions that marijuana actually helps prevent and sometimes cure. I don't get up with a hangover. I don't feel tired and groggy. And I don't stay high because I smoke medical marijuana. Medical marijuana is produced for medical cause, not for getting high. And so it doesn't respond the same way as recreational marijuana does. For those of you who were sitting there hollering, well, I'm just going to keep drinking. I don't want to smoke no pot. Well, I'm here to tell you, if I was you, I would switch and switch immediately. Because the things that are happening to people that drink, the things that it brings out in them are horrible. The people that I see drinking, they do terrible things to each other and to others. And so I'm sitting here going, no thanks. I don't want no part of that, especially after you're mean and nasty while you're drunk. And then you got to remember it by getting up with a hangover and throwing up. With me, I just smoke pot and I'm happy. I say what's on my mind at that moment in a nice way, as nicely as I can, because, sometimes you got to be mean about stuff. It doesn't matter what you're doing and whether or not you're consuming anything. On top of that, I don't wake up tired. I don't feel sick. I never feel like I have to throw up behind smoking a joint. So for those of you who are thinking about switching or who just haven't quite made up your mind yet, trust me when I tell you, the grass is way greener on my side of the fence. On top of that, we don't get sick over here like them drunks do over there. I'm much healthier, and the chances are I'm going to live a lot longer because I'm not putting that nasty stuff into my body. Now, don't get me wrong. Jesus did make wine. However, he did it with purpose. And he specifically said in the Bible, it is not okay to consume anything in excess. That includes marijuana and alcohol and other things that people do that they know they're not supposed to, like food, sex, gambling, and so much more. But for those of you who are weighing the decision as to whether or not they're going to quit drinking and start smoking marijuana instead, trust me, they're not the same. And not all substances are created equal. Marijuana is much better for your health. It causes much less side effects and actually can work as a preventative medication. Make sure that you consult with your doctor before you start a regular medical marijuana regimen. With God's love, I hope and pray that I'm able to help everybody with making this decision. And, as I sat here at the campsite and heard a drunk puke his brains out this morning, it made me so grateful that I don't drink and I smoke pot. So for those of you out there who are up and running around, God bless you. Have a blessed day. And back the badge. It's just not the same.